So, I told her guys, I just thought the last 2 weeks we've gotten better as a basketball team, right? I think we've gotten better at taking care of the basketball. That was one big concern of mine that we had, and I think the last 3 or 4 games we've done a better job of that. I thought that stretch in the second quarter was the biggest difference. We had to take 2 timeouts in that stretch. So, I think we play a really good schedule for a reason. I think we got better. We've gotten better the last 2 weeks. We got tested today. They're a very good team. Of course, they didn't have one of their best players in Rivers, but we also would be a better team with Sammy on the floor too. So, the other thing, they did a great job on the glass. We didn't get second, third opportunities. We have to be better there for the amount of many shots that we've missed. To win a game like this, you got to have a couple guys have a really super night, and that didn't happen for us. I thought we got some really good, clean, open looks, but they didn't fall. So, you know what? We got 2 more games in the non-conference that are very, very important that we need to get in West Palm before we go on our Christmas break, and we'll get back and report on the 26th, and then start league play here at home. Questions?
Coach, you start slow, you catch up, then you hit that second quarter where they go on that 10-0 run. Did you feel it getting away from you then?
Well, that's why we took those 2 timeouts, Leo. That was the biggest difference. And at that point, you needed to play some different guys, right? To get them some minutes and get them some experience, because we couldn't go with that. I mean, Vicky's hamstring, she got hurt. She wasn't 100%, and you had Maria out there, you had Ariel out there, and Ariel wasn't out there in that run. Maria. But yeah, we got to be better, because we had to take 2 in that whole stretch and also foul. But that's what we talked to our guys. Every possession is as important as the last one, right? 2 minutes left, it's a tie ball game. Everybody remembers the last 2 minutes or the last 2-3 possessions of the game, but what about the other 75, 80? And there wasn't that many possessions today in this game. But yeah, I think that was the biggest difference. They scored on a couple baseline out of bounds plays, 2 free throw blockouts that we give up. And all those things have to happen to give you a chance to win, because they're good. Look at their stat line. They were efficient, right? They don't turn it over. They got 10 offensive rebounds. The only thing for them, they were 50% from the free throw line, but they were over 50% from the floor. I thought their guards really took it at us, and they finished around the basket, where we missed some very important, crucial shots around the basket that we didn't finish, and they finished theirs. So, so we'll get back to it, or we'll be off tomorrow, and get back to practice on Monday and get ready for West Palm.
Coach, following you for years, you don't like to take that first time out of the game, do you?
What do you mean? We had to take it.
Unless you have to, right?
Well, yeah, shit. I didn't want to take the second one either, but if I wouldn't have taken one, that 10-0 run probably would have been 16-18 at the rate it was going.
Coach, last question.
Yep.
No answer for number 1 tonight. She's a good player, isn't she?
River, or you're talking, yeah, River Baldwin, the post player, the transfer from
Yeah.
Florida State. Yeah, she was good. You know what, here's the deal. I think the best thing that she does, because you can involve her in pick and roll coverages in the middle of the floor, in the slot and on the side, but I think the best thing that she does a really good job absorbing double teams and passing out of double teams. She doesn't turn it over. She's really, really patient. But I think, too, she scored the first, 6-7 points of the game, so she was on pace to score 90, I think. So I'm glad that didn't happen. but she just takes her time. She's a post guy that goes off of 2 feet. You know, she's gotten better there, right? Jump hook left, jump hook right. We iced her on the side. She popped and she hit a 15, 17 footer. And if she was gonna knock those down, we were gonna live with that, you know. But yeah, she was good.
Felt like a bit of a war of attrition for Ev down there, 2 against her. Played 40 minutes, right? Like you talk about a game where you're probably you're missing Sammy in this moment, but at the same time, right? You've got to be missing Emma down low in that situation as well.
Yeah, I think she's probably the only other one that probably would have helped us down there. Laura's not ready, you know, for that type of game and physicality. But for her to give us 40 minutes and not get into foul trouble, was good.
So does it, situation where you go down to play in the Virgin Islands like you played in the Virgin Islands, those games against Arizona State and Texas, kind of how those went. But in a game like tonight, made NC State earning. You know, hard for them to win on the road, made it difficult. Do you take solace in that? You know, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. Because our schedule, there's a lot of levels of competition in who you play, you know. Definitely with Sammy not out there on the floor, and she ain't going to be out there on the floor the rest of the year, right? We know that. You know, we got to get Vicky healthy. Where are points going to come from, right? So that's my biggest concern. We got to have people make wide open shots. I'm not asking them for a lot. Make layups, right? So that's the biggest thing where our basket's going to come from, you know. And I know it's a different level, you know, Texas and Alabama, Arizona State, and these guys. But usually, you know, I think, you know, for us right now, we got to play well at West Palm. We got a chance at Baylor. You got to take care of IU. You got to play good to give yourself a chance to play well against Baylor. IUPUI will be excited to play us on a neutral floor, but you know the way that this year has gone, you know, we don't have a quality win right now. So you got to do really well in conference play, and I think it's also going to come down to Dallas because usually what has happened in the past, that even if you don't win our league, we play such a great non-conference schedule, we got a great net, and we got some quality wins. Well, we don't have one right now. So now it puts a little bit more of, we got to do a great job preparing, got to do a great job practicing, and every game in league play is like the last one. You got to treat it as the last one of the year. You know, that's where it's going to come down to. But you know, I'm looking forward to this week of practice, playing those two, coming back on the 26th. We got 4 days to prepare for SMU, and then we'll be good to go.
Ladies, 2 questions for both of you. Slow start, a little bit of nerves maybe?
I mean, I don't know, like, we have to play hard. We have been practicing so hard, so number one, she did so good today, posting up, so we tried.
I think that we're excited to play them. We talked about it before the game. We had nothing to lose, so we came out, played hard. We've been practicing really hard in the past 2 weeks, so we came here to just bring it all out. You know, we've been mad, tired, working hard, so when we come to the court and play, we just want to get it all out on the opponent.
And my last question, and thank you for your time, ladies. Maria banks in a 3 to cut it to 10. That's as close as you got. Did you just kind of run out of gas there at the end?
I don't think we ran out of gas. I think that it was wide open looks. We just need to knock this shot down. You know, Maria and also some of us had some wide open shots. So we really just need to be able to knock this shot down because, you know, games like these, when we play the number 3 team in the country, we have to be really efficient and just, you know, score more than 30%, 35% from the field.
Yeah, we were not very lucky on the offensive. I think defense we did so good. We missed open shots, so keep working the shots, and it will come.
Thanks.
Carla, you played in that game last year against them in Raleigh. Did it feel like tonight was similar to that? Like one bad stretch, you know, kind of same thing that happened up there. One bad stretch, and you just weren't able to catch up. What did you see? What similarities did you see?
I mean, it was really a bit different between the team that we had last year and this year. It's different roles, new people, new team, but kind of same. Like they are very dominant inside. Their wins are so good. Kind of same like we did last year. It's what Romi said. Nothing to lose. It's the same that we were playing with the tough teams. So since the beginning, we say like what I say, nothing to lose, and we compete.
For you guys, for either, I'm sure it had to be an emotional week. You get Sammy back against Gardner Webb, and then you lose her in practice. Just what has this week been like emotionally for you guys?
I think that's part of the game. You know, I can say it after 2 knee surgeries in the past 2 years. We all really sad as Sammy got hurt. We were that day, the same day, we were all we had a bad practice. You know, we were really slow. But I think that we have to embrace it and we have to step up now because she was a big part of the team. But this is part of the game. Injuries, unfortunately, is part of it. And, you know, every team needs to learn how to handle it and just just get out of the hole and keep pushing.
Yeah, Sammy is one of the best players, but also is one of the best teammates that we have because one of the leaders inside of the locker room. But it's what Romi said, like we have to step up and do more roles right now. So we'll take it like a goal to win for Sammy.